Hello beautiful people and welcome back to the channel. The topic of this video will gonna be the 4 best hero Top War has right now. And these heroes will gonna be minimum second best hero absolutely in game till minimum next year somewhere in summer. Yes, you heard me right, that's 1 year from now. So let's actually start with the video which I've done 7 months ago and I'm putting now that on the screen. And in that video I said these are the heroes which will gonna be minimum second best option for Top War till late 2023. And honestly speaking, look at your sand table and you're always gonna see Megatron still being in there. Also you're gonna see every now and then Optimus Prime, he is still pretty solid. So what happened at that point when the video was out? I was constantly asking the developer team, guys, when are you bringing the Transformer event back? Or at least just put Optimus Prime, put Megatron on sale. Guys, this is very unfair because these heroes are absolutely top tier. And their answer was like, okay, let's look, are the people really kind of want the Transformer and so on. So at this point, the official, unofficial version of what happened was the River game most likely tried to make a new contract with the license holder of the Transformer. But yes, somebody at one point got too greedy and River Game said, you know what, we can make a collaboration event with pretty much anybody. And my honest opinion, they can do a collaboration with Disney. They can call the next hero Mickey Mouse. We have Barbie, guys. I don't care the name of the hero, I don't care how they look like, I simply care about the performance. So they brought the Pacific Rim heroes and they had to be obviously way better simply because Optimus Prime, Megatron and even Sea Spray were absolutely way too strong while a lot of people didn't have the chance anymore to actually get these heroes. So before we do a video on top 4 best heroes Top War has and will have till summer next year, let me tell you something else, which is also important. It's your March, and you need an offense buffing tool. You need a defense buffing tool, which is the indestructible buff. And of course, you need a hero, minimum one, which actually has a proc hit, with a high hit. So that's what you need. Without this, your March will not work. So let's put now on the screen the meta of right now. So what you're seeing on the screen, yes, you see 9 heroes and you're gonna ask yourself, but why is he constantly speaking about only 4 heroes? It's simply because these 4 heroes are universal heroes and absolutely extremely strong. So I strongly suggest you to pay attention, and after you see the ranks, I also strongly suggest you to see the video till the end in order for me to explain you why these 5 heroes, which are left now on the screen, didn't quite make it in these ranks, or in other words, why didn't I name this video Top 9 Heroes of Top War. So let's start. Rank number 4, it's Mr. Crimson. Now this hero is designed and has like 4 tools. One of the tools is a proc hit, which is a hard hit. The second tool is actually he can hit even harder if the opponent unit has an abnormal state, aka a debuff of something. And yes, this hero can actually take care of himself because the level 5 can apply that debuff on the targets. And on top of this, he has 2 more tools. Now, one of these tools is actually the HP shield, which is sadly only for Navy. And of course, the last tool this hero has is actually the heavy armor. Now, allow me to explain you very briefly what the heavy armor means. Imagine you go into a supermarket and you want to buy yourself a chocolate. This chocolate will be wrapped up in paper. You're getting the paper because it's included in the price, So in other words, what I'm trying to say is that is the heavy armor. This is something you get on top, but is not something we explicitly look for. So that's the rank number 4. So now let's move on to rank number 3. Rank number 3 is actually this hero right here, is the Striker Eureka. Now this hero, it has the indestructible buff, which is absolutely insane and is super strong, of course, paired with the damage reduction and so on, and you rest of the stats. And this hero has actually a very high war stat, which means it's going to improve your attack in general. Plus, he has a hit, yeah, which is pretty good. On top of this, he has an extra defense tool. Now, this tool at level 7, we already tested, and you have the videos on the channel. This, I mean, remember when I was telling you that Crimson's heavy armor, it's like kind of the paper in which a chocolate is wrapped up. Yeah, this one, it's a more fancier paper in which it's wrapped up. It's a pretty nice tool, to be honest, but yeah, level 7 doesn't increase it. So this is the rank number 3. Now, in order to understand why he ended up on rank 3, you have to keep watching the video to see who ended up on rank 2, and the rank 2 is Mr. Gingy. Now, this hero has the same indestructible buff which you actually need, and by the way, do not ever put 2 heroes with the indestructible buff in the same match. This is absolutely a waste, and you're gonna ruin everything, because only the highest one is gonna count. And on top of this, this hero is exactly like Striker Eureka. He has a very high war stats, which you can see right here. And of course, on top of it, he has a hit, which is pretty nice, a proc hit. And on top of this, he actually amplifies this proc hit and is going to be even stronger. So why is he on rank 2? Simply because from the level 5 point of view, this hero will hit way harder than Striker Eureka. And the 95% of the players in Top War which are actually aiming for level 5 and actually stop at level 5 are people which are really interested in getting the best rewards possible also in PvE, and this guy will gonna help you more than Striker Eureka, and that's why Gingy is on rank number 2. So beautiful people, we have now reached the rank number 1, and the rank number 1, an unquestionable superhero in Top War till summer next year, is Mr. Gipsy. Now, if you remember what I said at the beginning of the video, this hero has the offense buffing tool, which you desperately need in a match. You need at least one, and he has it, and he has a big one. And on top of it, actually, he has also a hit, and on top of it has also this vulnerable buff. So why is this hero absolutely and unquestionable rank 1? Simply because you're gonna need this tool, the offense buffing capability, and of course on top he has a hit and the vulnerability on top, and this hero, yes, will gonna work perfectly on whatever match you're gonna pick up. Of course, for the last 10% higher performance, there are cases in which of course Hazel specifically will gonna perform better than him, but only for planes. He performs fantastic on Navy. And on tanks, he is absolutely beautiful, and that's exactly where you see him. Now, here are the top 4. Now, I highly recommend you to keep watching the video, because those 5 heroes which are left out, I must explain you why. So, let's start with the planes. So, on planes, I actually left out Hazel. Hazel is a great hero, and yes, I said that the absolute top performance on the planes, she's better than Gipsy. And sadly, this hero is only for planes. So this will only gonna work on the planes, while these 4 heroes, which you just saw in the ranks, are actually working on absolutely everything. The next hero, which was left out, is of course Mr. Maximo. Now this hero is great, and yes, this hero is also a universal hero. Only on planes, he's gonna apply extra also that burn. But if you use him on Navy, or if you use him on tanks, he will not gonna apply the burn, but he was gonna hit so very hard. Now, why hasn't he made it on this list? Simply because you saw now Barbie, and Top War's first try in actually to replace him, because he's very old by now, and this didn't quite work pretty well. And you have to imagine that they were gonna have a second try at him, and yeah, most likely this time they will succeed. So be very careful when it comes down to this hero. If you have him already at 5 stars, it's absolutely beautiful. If not, please focus on the rank 1, 2, 4. So those are the planes. Now we still have a few heroes which we haven't spoken about. Yes, let's start with the Navy. Now Lila, of course Lila, she's gonna be way better than Gingy, and she's gonna be way better than Striker Eureka on the Navy, simply because she applies the attack debuff, which is an extra abnormal state, which means your Crimson will gonna hit harder. But sadly, she is exclusively only for Navy, so that's why she hasn't made it in this top 4, and that's why it's also why this video was not extended to top 9. Next hero, which is on Navy, which was not on this list, is actually Kotigua. Now, she's a absolutely fantastic hero, and yes, she is the best. Sadly, again, the same case only for Navy. So, one hero we still have from this 9, and of course, is Mr. Pollock. Now, this guy is absolutely fantastic, but again, absolutely the same issue. This hero is exclusively only for tanks. So let's wrap up this video by going back to the lineup and looking at the heroes, and these are the best heroes for every unit type. So presumably you have all these 9 heroes unlocked. This is the way you should actually focus. Start with rank 1 to rank 4, and of course if you're a new player, you can definitely start, and you must start with Gipsy. And you can combine Gipsy with Gingy, you can combine Gipsy with Striker. Gipsy with Crimson works absolutely perfect, and you have the best investment for your resources on your account. So yeah guys, I hope this video helped you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you pressed a like, and I hope also that you are subscribed. If not, please do think about doing so. And I will see you guys in the next episode.